Hello everyone, welcome to this week's cryptocurrency trivia. It's great to have you all here. We're obviously going to get started in a few minutes. Not going to start right away. Plenty of time to pop in, say hi. We're giving 850 Moon away today, this week. I guess we haven't had it the last 1 or 2 weeks. Just been busy doing other stuff. We put out a What Are Cryptocurrency Moons video on the same channel, which is only about 5 minutes long. It's supposed to be super easy to digest. It's meant to be an easy video. To those who have not played before, all you need to do is have some view of the live stream continuously, and then in a browser tab of your phone, go to kahoot.it and use the game pin 8574340. Join with your Reddit username, please. If it's like an inappropriate name or something, I mean, sorry, can't join. Make sure you pick a good one. Welcome, Ricardo0139. You are the first to join. Congratulations. You obviously do not need to put your Reddit username in order to play, but you need to play with your Reddit username in order to qualify for the Moon giveaway. Welcome, Pun Pride, Emassive, I don't know, Demand Von Friture, these are all crazy names, C Mad BF. If your full username doesn't fit, just include as much of it as you can, and we'll figure it out later if you do end up winning. You can put the comments in, like if you do end up winning, let's say, and you couldn't fit your full Reddit username in, you can comment in the CryptoCurrency subreddit, and we'll do some slight detective work to make sure you're a real person and you're most likely the person to play, and then we'll send the moons to you. That's not a problem at all. Welcome, everybody. Please comment if you are here for the first time. I'm seeing a few names here we've seen before, so welcome back if you've been in a previous game with us. Do you need to use capital letters? I mean, no, this isn't a password. We're not going to make sure that it's like 20 bits long or whatever in entropy. So. First, a lot of people here for the first time. That's great. So you will use whatever device you signed up for to put in the answer, whether that's a different, tab, or if it is on your phone using the app or the website. It's super easy. All questions are multiple choice, except for the last one where you do need to type in the answer. There are 30 seconds for you to answer each question, although there is a live stream delay. Even though I have it set to ultra low latency, which is the lowest latency setting on YouTube's end, there usually is about a 7-second delay. So you really want to make sure you answer in the first 20 seconds, or else you may accidentally be answering a question that's no longer available for you to answer and you'll miss out. So, yeah, they're saying, I know if you are on one device, you split screen. Yes, you will need to continuously see the live stream in order to participate. It does not show the possible choices on the device or tab or whatever it is that you are accessing Kahoot.it with the game pin for. Welcome to the 13 people who have joined. Soft Hackle, Warlord24, Dalek on speed, and definitely seen your name before, Dalek. Dredgel, Proper Piper, excellent. I mean, excellent. You're welcome to participate with the name Excellent. If that is truly your Reddit username, I mean, congratulations, first of all, but you don't have to play with your Reddit username. You just won't qualify for moons that way, which is totally fine. You're still able to participate. Thick pollen. I wonder what's making the pollen so thick. T-Friend99. Welcome, everybody. Switch to Twitch. So, I don't know, we thought about it. We just haven't set one up. Does Twitch really have much better lower latency things? I don't really know. Oh, one thing that you all need to know for this quiz is I have one multiple choice or multi-select question. So it will give you 4 options, and you have the ability to select several possible answers before they're submitting. Each correct answer each correct option that is selected is worth 1,000 points at its maximum. But if you select even one answer that is incorrect, you get no points. So you can't just select all 4 and, you know, get the points. If you get one of them, unless all 4 are correct, which is totally possible. You never know. Probably not, but it is possible. So keep that in mind. I'll cover that ideally before we get to that question. But that is something for everyone to know in advance, is that for this quiz, there is one where it is multi-select, where there could be multiple correct. For each correct option you select, you get up to 1,000 points, depending on how quickly you answer it. And if you get one correct, even if you have the other ones, if you get one incorrect, even if the rest are correct, you get no points for that question. So that is going to be a fun question for everybody. Most questions are worth 1,000 points, except for the very last one, which is worth 2,000, and the multi-select, which is worth anywhere between, 1 to 4,000 points, I guess, depending on how many correct answers there are. Which I won't say in advance. So you'll have to figure that out as you come along. Some questions are very easy. Some questions are very difficult. I don't like to put together quizzes where someone knows every single answer. I like to include ones where people are likely to get at least some of them wrong. So that way it leaves some room for people to, always learn more. Reason for people to learn more about the technology and stay more up to date with news and the like. So the names on the screen look like the seed phrase. You can try typing this in. I don't know if you're going to have much success with certain wallets, but you can try. Take the first 3 or 4 characters or whatever it is out of each. See if that returns a seed. I'm sure there's some combination you would do where it would work. What? First question, what is cryptocurrency rank 231? I try not to do those questions because they're just going to be a sprint to CoinMarketCap to figure it out. So I know some people will try and cheat by searching on Google or whatever for answers. So I try to make questions that are difficult to do that. And also keep in mind that you get far more points if you answer sooner rather than later. Like if you answer in the last second, you're nearing no points for the question. So you're not getting that many. Maybe it's half. I don't actually know what the exact formula is. It might be half if you answer in the last second correctly. But, someone who knows the answer and doesn't have to look it up is going to get far more points than the cheater. So 23 people in so far. That is great because according to my stats, we only have 29 people viewing concurrently. So most people are in, but obviously we're going to give people a few extra minutes here. 4:30 Central is what this was scheduled for. We usually start a few minutes late. But like people know, if I start right away, it's an incentive to get here in advance. That way you're not accidentally missing out on the first few questions. Yeah, the code is at the top of the screen. If people have questions about how they can join later, they can always enter the code midway through the game. Of course, the issue with that is that they potentially miss out on the first few questions that hopefully they would have gotten correct. So definitely in everyone's best interest to show up as soon as possible, of course, before the game starts, so they actually have the opportunity to answer all the questions. How often do I do these? Try to do these every week. It probably won't happen next Friday, at least. Maybe might reschedule that to like Wednesday or something. I don't know. But in ideal circumstances, doing these once a week. Usually Fridays are what people have said is the best because for Europe, people are willing to stay up a little bit later, and people on the Pacific coast might be able to get off work a little bit sooner or, be a little bit more flexible since it is a Friday. So we try to do what is best for everyone, although of course, not every time is going to be perfect for everyone because it's always 3 a.m. somewhere in the world. We need to start a governance poll so that all participants on the trivia get 10 moon. That would be great. It would be probably pretty difficult to do. Not crazy though, I guess. The issue is you need to prevent spam. So like they need to get at least, I don't know, you can say half the questions right or something, at least 3 of the questions correct, something along those lines. I think there would be a way. Like Kahoot lets me export a spreadsheet of who answered what questions. So definitely could do it by minimum points or something. Yeah, that's definitely possible. It just, if people have longer usernames and fit in the box, then it's going to get a little bit more complicated for sure. But yeah, that's an interesting idea. People are still showing up to 39 concurrent viewers, but only 28 in the game. So there's definitely room for people to keep showing up. Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you here. We like to have a good time. Excellent no then. Huh. I wonder what that, if that's the full username or what. Someone says, I'll take shitcoins for $1,000, Alex. Yeah, shitcoin Jeopardy would be pretty good, I would say. It's another fun opportunity. It would take more direct communication, I would say. We would need to set up an actual audio or video chat, I think, to make that really work. Or at least a UI where people can select what options they want. Have to think about how to make that work, but it certainly would be cool. I'm sure that someone has made like an online Jeopardy style thing. You like the Kahoot music in the background? I'm trusting that everyone would tell me if the stream is not good, but YouTube's telling me everything is good, so I'm going to take their word for it and hope that Comcast doesn't shut out for whatever reason, because it's Comcast. Happened only once, I think, out of all these trivia sessions we've done before, which is pretty good luck with Comcast. Really putting your life in harm's way there. Kahoot music's great. Nice. It's meant to keep the interest of kids, which is great for the cryptocurrency community, I would say. All right, just give it another minute or two here, just because people are still showing up. We have people that are still showing up for the game. More viewers are around than are actually in the Kahoot game, so this is your last chance to join and have the opportunity to answer all of the questions, which of course gives you the best odds of winning, I would say, if you're able to answer all the questions. But we never know how people are going to do. Like I said, some are pretty easy, some are pretty difficult. Most of them are multiple choice, where you select one answer. One of them may require you to select more than one answer, depending on whichever ones are correct. So make sure to read that question very, very carefully and know what you're submitting when. And the very, very last question is worth double points, where you type in your answer. Case insensitive. It is not case sensitive for that one. And then you have to click submit. So yeah, it's great. So just to cover points really quickly. Again, there is a delay, so answer as soon as you can. It's usually about 7 or 8 seconds, so keep that in mind. You get points by answering questions correctly. You get points by answering quickly. You get more points by answering quickly than slowly, so do everything you can to get those answers in as soon as possible. Don't sit on an answer you do know the answer to. And I believe you get more points for like an answer streak, or at least it makes it sound really cool. You're more likely to be, you know, flexing on people if you're getting a bunch of answer streaks. So that's something to keep in mind. Wow, we're really close now. Okay, like I said, just one more minute and we'll get started. Just because I know it's late for some people. So don't want to make this take forever and kind of make people show up at one point anyway. Any questions before I get started? This is your last chance. Otherwise, it's super, super straightforward. This is meant to be played in elementary school classrooms. So, shouldn't be too bad. I always thought touchscreen laptops were stupid. It would help a lot now. Just wait in JAMO or however you pronounce your name for you to like, basically like, oh, I know the answer. Just punch the laptop by accident. But yeah, if this is your first game, just give it a good play. It's always a fun time, I would like to say. And yep. Best of luck to everybody. 850 moons. Again, 500, 250, 100 this time. All right, let's get started. A Kahoot by the cryptocurrency subreddit. Dun, 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 dun. For today's date. Question 1. What was Bitcoin's approximate lowest price in 2020 according to CoinMarketCap? Is it about 4,100, 5,100, 6,100, or 7,100? What is the best answer? Got a typo in the first question. That's great. It was great. Great showing from me. This is not a user-submitted question, but it is very similar to a user-submitted question that people submitted today. Fun fact, I do allow people to submit questions in advance, such that it gives them a better chance and it saves me time. I'm seeing about a 6-second delay, by the way, on the stream. So keep that in mind. You do want to answer as soon as possible to get as many of those points in, and also, of course, to not accidentally miss out on answering the question. But most people got this one correct. $4,100 is the best answer here. Some exchanges, of course, had it even lower than $4,100. Some didn't get quite that low, but certainly in March, about a year ago, actually just a few days over a year ago, it was about this price. So really, market hasn't done that badly in cryptocurrencies, let's say, over the last year. Compared to what it could have been. Certainly expectations at the time. 0 for 1 game. You go, Lucka. I see. You're killing it. Plenty of chance to make it up, though. As you can see, we've just done 1 out of 12. Let's see how this impacts leaderboards. Top is Pun Pride with 901. See, they got that answer in right away. That means they're at the top of the 20-some-odd people that got this one correct. If you are still joining us now and aren't in the game yet, you can still join using the info in the lower right-hand corner of the stream. Dr. Fun 8585, congrats. Lomasar, you are back again. Mephistos, you're back again. No, I'm assuming no homo. 873 or no hate mate. I don't know, whatever it is. It's ambiguous username. Let's keep going and see if this leaderboard. Your hand slipped and demand a redo. Sorry about that. We can't overturn all these other people that got the answer correct. Let's continue, though. Question 2. This is your chance to make it up. Which cryptocurrency scam was popularized by Carlos? Oh, is it Matos? Passive income coin, OneCoin, Doge 3D, or BitConnect? Wow. Goodness. I blame this one on this is another user submitted one. I just copy pasted this question, I believe, which included the spelling error and all. So clearly, you all are not to be trusted, but the answer should still be correct here. I'm just saying, Doge 3D is something that I really should invest in, I think. Luckily, no one else feels that they really need to invest in Doge 3D, or they aren't swayed by Doge 3D. BitConnect is the best answer here. OneCoin is a different scam, of course. Which, I don't know, this is a pretty OG crypto scam. It's been around for a long time. They actually convicted some of the people that were behind it. Other people I don't believe they were able to convict yet or find. Passive income coin is something I just totally made up. Passive income sounds scammy, so I just made it there. But obviously, most people are familiar with there's Carlos Matos, or Carlos Mantos, if you don't know how to type it into my user submitted question list. History, so that's good. A lot of cryptocurrency culture, I would say. This does change the leaderboard up a little bit based off how quickly people answered. Drudgel climbing the highest, 5 places. Congratulations. Pun Pride still in first place with a nice quick finger on the trigger or whatever you want to say. I don't know what that phrase is. Lomasar working their way up. Jao 44289, I believe you're on the leaderboard for the first time. So congrats. Negathiel? I don't know. You're on the leaderboard now. Mephistos still on, just barely holding on though. We are going to proceed and see what happens here. Question 3. What was the original name of Monero when it was first posted to the Bitcoin Talk forum? Was it Bitcoin Private, Monero Bit, BitMonero, or Crypto Note? I'm going to have to start adding more videos and stuff to these Kahoots. I've done them in the past, mostly with Dogecoin, because Dogecoin's kind of fun, I guess. It gets a free pass in many ways for some of the shilling because it's Dogecoin, I guess. Maybe that's Doge's real value, is the fact that you can shill it without being that much of a shill. Never know. But get those answers in pretty soon. Look, actually, everyone got it in time because we advanced before the time elapsed. BitMonero is the correct answer here. A few people getting this one incorrect. Got some people on CryptoNote. That's an original technology it was partially based on. BitMonero is the best answer here. It stood for Bitcoin, but they just made it, they thought the original bit was unnecessarily complicated, and they just shortened it to Monero. Again, this is another user-submitted question. So if you did submit this question, you obviously had better odds of getting it correct, but still most people did a pretty solid job here. Negathiel is on the top of our leaderboard now. Congratulations. In fact, all the 5 people on the leaderboard now work their way up. So Massive, Lard Bear, Mephistos, you're still holding on, and Dr. Fun 8585. Congratulations to you all. TR5_, highest climber, up 10 places. So congrats to you. We are going to keep going though. Question 4. What percent of moons are distributed to the, quote, broader Reddit community? Is it 10%, 20%, 30%, or 50%? I just want to stress that if you watch the video that we made and posted to this same CryptoCurrency channel, you would certainly know the answer to this, assuming you had a solid memory. 37 people viewing. Hop in the game. There's still plenty of time to join. A lot of people haven't gotten all the questions correct, so you have plenty of time to make up the difference. Wow. See? As evidenced, there is plenty of time to make up the difference here. 20% is the best answer here. It's 20% to Reddit, 20% to, quote, the broader Reddit community, 10% of the moderators, of which we put some aside to give away for giveaways like this, and then 50% to, you know, based on karma distribution that is adjusted somewhat. So, yeah, this is the best option. Zaid S, use the info in the lower right-hand corner. Go to kahoot.it and use the game pin 8574340. Make sure that you maintain the ability to view the live stream in the process. All right, this probably changes the leaderboard quite a bit. Not as much as you would think, though. So I think it just really grew the layer of separation between the people in the front and those that are behind in the pack. So it didn't actually switch things up as much as I thought. Thick Pollen, though, answered pretty quickly, so they made their way up a few places. So good for them. 9 players lost their answer streak of 3. Oof. Oof. They'll make it up, though, I'm sure. All right, we're going to keep going, though. Plenty of time to make it up. Question 5. Which type of option allows holders to execute their rights at any point until the option expiration date? This is the finance question. Is it Australian, Asian, American, or European? To all of you who have taken a Finance 101 class. As John Oliver says, cryptocurrencies are everything you don't understand about money combined with everything you don't understand about technology. Which is very true. Wow. Didn't get many people on Australian and Asian. I totally made those up. They're not really a thing. American and European are definitely the phrases people use, and it's split 50-50 among users who pick those. American is the correct answer here. You guessed correctly. That's always great. That's always a good feeling. This did not change the leaderboard much either. Mephistos worked their way up a tiny bit. There really are so few points between everyone on the leaderboard here, and I can only imagine that if I got to click like in a, expand to see more names list, that it would be pretty close, pretty tight for a few extra names too. So certainly plenty of time to see what happens with the next few questions that proceed here. Go on from here. The lag. Yeah, there's about a 6-7 second lag, which is better than it sometimes is, but you have 30 seconds to answer all these questions, so plenty of time to get them in, unless you're trying to cheat, in which case, sucks to be you. Sorry. All right, question 6. Grayscale recently launched a new fund for all of the following except which? LivePeer, Decentraland, Chainlink, or Algorand? People are pretty good at getting the answers in quickly. You know this one. Nice. Nice. See? You need to watch the news. This is actually hilarious. A lot of people seem to have picked the one they just have never heard the name of. For some reason, Grayscale decided to launch a fund for LivePeer, of which there's like no exchange that really lists it. It's on Poloniex. It has like maybe $100,000 of volume a day, but it's really on pretty much nothing else. So that was a very strange decision by them. Decentraland was one they did release. They've been doing stuff with Decentraland actually for a few years now, I think, or at least some of their partners have. Chainlink is one they listed. That one makes more sense. Algorand is one that they have not done. So that's the one that only 8 people have answered correctly. Most people said LivePeer, which you're probably just hearing of now, or you just heard of then. So this is apparently a good news question. Let's see how that changes the leaderboard. Again, not that much, but I think it's mostly because people didn't get that one correct. So people further down in the list probably made up some gains here, even though you may not see them yet. But some people definitely did know this one that are further down, and so they've closed a lot of the gap. Of course, TR5 underscore certainly made their way up. They may have answered this one correctly. Oh, I'm assuming they did actually then. And so they made their way on the leaderboard. Nice. Good job, TR5 underscore. All right, question 7. What is the oldest NFT platform that still exists? Is it Counterparty, OpenSea, Nifty, or Namecoin? Again, what is the best answer? Some of you are already commenting in that YouTube thread. That's kind of funny. We also have this, YouTube live stream that I'm actually watching. I'm not really watching the Reddit thread while this game is going on. Remember, get those answers in as soon as possible. About a 6-second delay. Wow, you all don't know your Bitcoin history. Only 4 people got this one correct. Wow. Counterparty really explored the idea of colored coins, is usually what was referred to then, but it was really the same exact idea, non-fungible tokens. And they had a decentralized exchange. They had all those sorts of things. So yeah, not OpenSea, that's brand new. Nifty's brand new. Namecoin is not really NFT. So Counterparty, correct answer. Wow, I did not expect this one to be so difficult. I'm going to be honest. I thought more people would get this one. All right. A lot of you all are new. This does not change the leaderboard at all. All 5 people on the top did not get it. But critically, CCSN has the last 3 answers correct in a row. So you know they've made up some ground. So they're coming for you all. All right, that's pretty interesting. I really didn't think most people would get that one incorrect. All right. Quiz. What was the first altcoin? Was it Ethereum, Namecoin, Peercoin, or Litecoin? Yeah, Counterparty is technically still around. It's not really like a super living project, but those coins are certainly still available. It was built on the Bitcoin network. That stuff's not gone. Some aspects of it, perhaps, but... Wow. A lot of people picked the Litecoin answer. That's pretty funny. Namecoin is actually the best answer here. Wow. This is much more difficult trivia than I thought I would do this week. Yeah, Namecoin's the best answer. DNS-based setup. That does change the leaderboard, finally. A lot of people saying they give up. Don't give up, I promise. Please don't give up. Eric something made their way to the top here. Dr. Fun 8585 also answered correctly, working their way up to 2nd place. Remaining in the same position they've been in a while, Neguthiel, Thick Pollen, TR5 underscore. I guess they just got only the previous one wrong after losing the 3 answer streak before. Up 8 places is T Friend 99. You're the highest climber. Congratulations to you. Remember when I said people can join? This is so much fun. I'm glad you're having fun. Some people are clearly not having as much fun as I thought they would have, but I don't know. I actually thought these questions were easier than some of the previous ones. Now, I will warn you, some of the next questions are actually pretty difficult. But you shall see as we proceed. All right, question 9. In Nakamoto consensus, what is now used as the determining factor for the canonical version of a chain? The chain with the most accumulated work, the chain that a node received most recently, the chain with the most blocks, or the chain with the most staked voting weight? What is the best answer here for what in Bitcoin Nakamoto consensus we do now? Hopefully not that many people hate me after this one. We shall see. All right. That's a relief. The chain with the most accumulated work is the correct answer here. This is what Bitcoin currently uses in order to determine what chain is actually the correct chain to follow. Pure guess on some of these people. Well, 14 or 15 people either guessed or answered correctly knowingly. So congrats to you all. Let's see how this changes the leaderboard, if at all. It does considerably. Dr. Fun 8585, top. Neguthiel, a massive TR5 underscore Jow 44289. I think Jow 44289 is one we haven't seen in a while. Proper Piper climbed 8 places, so good for them too. Now, this next question, I want you to read very, 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 very closely, because it may have changed only about one word from the previous one. In Nakamoto consensus, what was originally used as the determining factor of the canonical version of a chain in Bitcoin? Was it the most accumulated work, the most recent one it received, the one with the most blocks, or the most staked voting weight? Let's see how many of you know your Bitcoin Nakamoto consensus history here. Nice! 22 of you got this one correct. That is awesome. One person thought I was doing a trick question, which it totally could have been. Imagine if I just changed a word and it was the same answer. But yes, the chain with the most blocks is actually what it originally was used in Bitcoin. It was obviously very primitive. You don't want that to happen because someone can just produce blocks at a very, very little work and therefore aren't useful. So it is based off the accumulated work now. Previously, at some point, was used with the most blocks. 22 of you got this one correct, so this probably won't change the leaderboard that much. I take that back. Naguthiel working their way to the top and massive second. Dr. Fun 8585. Look at you, third place now. Thick Pollen working their way back up. An excellent no then. I think you might be on the leaderboard for the first time. But Lomasar is the highest climber, up 6 places. So congratulations, Lomasar. All right, we have 2 questions remaining. We have one. The next one is a multi-select question. So you may select anywhere between 1 to 4 answers. You get points for every single one you select that is correct. And if you select one that is incorrect, you get no points, no matter however many other correct answers you select. Okay? So you want to, like, if you want to be super, super cautious, you know, I mean, you may not want to select an answer if you're going to put other points at risk, if you want to be super, super cautious. But then again, you obviously want to answer as many correct as possible, because there are up to 2,000 points at stake for this next question. So here we go. Quiz with multi-select, so be very careful. For which of the following hash functions has a collision been produced? Is it MD5, SHA-1, SHA-2, any of the family, or Blake 2? This is certainly a difficult question for many people. So take your time. %, guess. Well, let's see if anyone got this correct. All right, so 14 people said MD5, 12 said SHA-1, 9 said SHA-2, 8 said Blake 2. The two correct answers were MD5 and SHA-1, so really the first two on the top there. So if you did select just the one you knew that was correct, you should still have gotten 1,000 points weighted for how quickly you answered, and then you would not have gotten the points for the others, but critically you would have still gotten points. So let's see how this changes the leaderboard. It does quite a bit again. So a massive is in first place going into the last question. Lomasar, who was not on the leaderboard until this point, really made up some games. Lomasar, you're going to have to tell us if you got both of those correct or just one. If you got 1,000 or 2,000 points there. Naguthiel, third place. Mephistos, fourth. And Jow 44289. Now note, though, this last question is worth 2,000 points. So if you are within 2,000 points of 5931, you can still end in first place. So huge room for difference here. Especially, I mean, look here. Just even among the names that are here, even if everyone here gets it correct, the person, Jow 44289 can still place in first, even if a massive also gets the correct answer just by answering quickest. So tons of room for, sadly the most, actually, that's not true. Let me finish my thought before I go into the most amount of points you can award to a question. But yeah, this is a very important question where you need to type out the answer. Just in preparation, you need to type out one word. Okay, so get ready to type in only one word where case does not matter. So it can be capital, uppercase, lowercase, whatever. And always type in, the best answer. What is the best answer? I don't want people arguing with me about what was potentially an answer. There should be a pretty obvious best answer for the next question. And so if you type in something else that you try and argue, but you're going to get no points. So sorry. Brad A, 1990 highest climber. Maybe you're close. Who knows? We shall see. But last question, and make sure you type in and click submit. You only have 30 seconds to do so, including the delay. So you really only have about 20 seconds to type in your answer. All right, here we go. For the whole game, double points up to 2,000. This best refers to a device that stores a copy of the blockchain and connects to the Bitcoin network. What is the best one-word answer for whatever is a device that stores a copy of the blockchain and connects to the Bitcoin network? Type in the answer and click submit. We got some responses in chat. Cold wallet. If you're feeling bold, you can try submitting that as your answer. We shall see, though. Wow, that's some of the things people submitted. I allowed these 3 correct possible answers. Luckily, no one typed in full space node after I said to use one word. But I did also permit if someone, for some reason, typed full node as one word. But node is the correct answer here. 13 people typed that in. So congrats to the 13 of you who got this answer correct. Now, this final podium will be determined by how quickly people type this in, though. So we shall see. You ready for the final reveal? In third place, with 7 out of 12 correct, Lomasar. Congrats, you won again. Second place, also 7. Naguthiel. And first place, also 7. Immassive. Congratulations, Immassive, Naguthiel, and Lomasar. Fourth place, Mephistos and OVV Topic, who we didn't even see OVV Topic really on the leaderboard all game, but they still finished in 5th. Congratulations. The 3 of you who finished on the podium are receiving 500, 250, and 100 moons. Oh, apparently it shows me the difficult questions. 2% of you got this one correct. Woohoo! And by that I assume 2% of people got answered both correctly and none incorrectly. So that's probably Lomasar, I think, who probably shot up 2,000 points from knowing that one. In any case, thanks everyone for playing. I hope it was a fun time for everybody. It certainly was more difficult than I thought it would be this week, if I'm honest. So we'll have to see what we're going to do for future quizzes. But remember, if you are able to submit questions ahead of time, and if they are good questions, I certainly will use them. So do what you can, not to be a YouTuber, but subscribe and click the bell thing. That way you're informed whenever we do these live streams. Yes, you're all winners. Congrats. If you have comments, please do leave them in the same Reddit thread that is stickied at the top of the subreddit right now. It's super, super important for me, and it'll help other people out too. So thanks everyone for playing. Have a great weekend, you all. Talk to you soon. Adios.